Oh there, welcome back. Actually, not really welcome back. Hello. This is really the night before right now. This is pretty much shortly after the 60, or an hour after actually. And again, I'm under really slight risk, although further west, it seems we have the greatest potential really to see some tornadoes. Some of them maybe even photogenic, and that's what we're gonna be missing out here. You see that 5% outlined right there. 50% wind, 50% hail. I'm TGHQs and 15% wind, 5% hail, 2% tornado. So right now, take a look at meso analysis. Actually, right now we're seeing a trough right now, two troughs actually. Two shortwave troughs embedded within this pretty big long wave. And right now, this one of the four corner states, this one is what we're really paying attention to, is a cold core event. As this trough, really potent trough, is going to be ejecting off to the north and east tonight, tomorrow, I mean, and throughout tomorrow, it's going to be some destabilizations is expected. It's one of those cold core events. Like I said, instability is gonna be. We'll be seeing a lot of cool air aloft, so we'll be seeing some steep lapse rates with that fat cape, maybe up to around 1,000 joules per kilogram across Iowa, despite surface thermodynamics being around, with temperatures in the 60s, with dew points maybe in the mid to upper 50s, maybe low 60s actually. So pretty decent profiles, although there is still a tiny bit of uncertainty coming on with this. So we'll have to wait really to see what OBS is really going to show throughout tomorrow, and because it seems that cloud cover might be an issue, especially further to the south going to Missouri, and but further north into Iowa, I don't think cloud cover is going to be much of an issue at all. Yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens throughout tomorrow. We'll get to that again, and then behind that shortwave trough. 1 minute. It's not gonna work all of a sudden. Okay. So, anyways, behind that trough, we have another shortwave with a closed low over northern California. That's gonna be ejecting. Is gonna dive into the four corner states again, and then begin to eject north and east. This one's gonna have more of a severe threat across portions of Oklahoma, going to Texas, all the way into Tennessee and Kentucky. Day 4, a Dixie Alley event across portions of northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, Tennessee. So this is really going to be the highlight for the next one. Again, we're mostly focusing on tomorrow, because but I'm just going to keep that note, just because, even though it's going to be pretty old when it gets that time. But in the morning, I'll be probably fully rested. I'll get probably a full-fledged briefing in, and then to start recording it. We'll be seeing some early later afternoon thunderstorms, and another one later in the evening around 10 to 11 p.m. I believe. It seems like the second line is going to have more of a damaging wind event, damaging wind threat, as there will be actual instability ranging between 500 and 1,000 joules per kilogram. It's because, again, this is a cold core event. Cold air is going to be aloft, so we're going to be seeing those steep lapse rates. There might be concerns of some dry air, but especially with terrible relative humidity in basically most of the levels of the troposphere. But still, Some cams have been convecting a few thunderstorms, a line of thunderstorms, in fact. That'll be hitting us probably sometime. First line's at around 23Z, 0Z. It's gonna be mostly showers and thunderstorms, and then we'll be seeing supercells in Iowa. It's probably gonna congeal into a line, and then that's gonna be pushing eastward, probably around 3Z to 4Z, which is sometime around 9 to 10 p.m. With the first line, since it's at 0Z, probably around 7. So I'll be waiting, see what's gonna happen tomorrow, but it's gonna be quite an active period. So anyways, apart from that's really it, and goodbye. Hello there, welcome back to well, actually it's morning now, and right now, take a look at this. We do have the slight risk across portions of much of Iowa, northwestern Illinois, northern Missouri, going to southwestern Wisconsin. 5% tornado, 15% wind, 15% hail. I think the main area really to chase, if I was a chaser, is probably western Iowa going to central Iowa. It seems like we're gonna be seeing a few supercells fire up, and these would be probably photogenic given photographs are looking really good. Anyways, take a look right now. Mid-level water vapor right now. You can see a trough right now. Digging shortwave trough right now. Trough axis is around over Texas, Texas Panhandle, and this is going to continue to eject off to the north. You can see that 500 millibar jet maxima stretching all the way from New Mexico and all the way into Kansas. You can see some tiny bits of moisture across portions of Wyoming going into Wisconsin. Maybe a few thunderstorms or two, actually. Could go check that out soon enough. But doubt there's anything severe with that. So yeah, there isn't. But we can go to the radar real quick, and yeah, you can see a few thunderstorms popping up there. Probably pretty elevated in nature right now. So we'll have to see. Those are not going to be lasting throughout all day. Those are probably going to be lasting through the morning and then going to die out soon enough. So anyways, you can probably see a better mesoanalysis as we see that trough right now. See that trough axis right there. Another short wave with the closed low, 500 millibar low right now. Digging into the four corner states, that's going to be a player for tomorrow. Take a look at current surface. Take a look at a 50 millibars real quick. You can see a 50 knot little jet, and it seems to be more of a southwesterly little jet. So that's quite interesting. So that's gonna we'll be seeing again a lot of warm moisture. It's gonna be pumping up north. Let's take a look at 700 millibars. Seems like we have a few embedded short waves. We have one. I can't annotate, so that's an issue. But let's take a look at recent OBS right now. Right now temperatures across the risk area for today in the 50s, dew points in the 40s. Let's just get a bit closer up. And we also have that 1,000 millibar low. That's going to be strengthening throughout the day. Probably going to bottom out in the 990s. Right now temperatures hanging around in the low to maybe mid to upper 50s. Dew points probably around in the 40s, maybe some low 50s. I think that station AWG, I think that station's a bit messed up. don't like that, or I really doubt that's representative. So 60s, upper 50s, mid 50s. Dew points are in the low to mid 40s right now, but you can see further south going into Oklahoma, southern Missouri, Kansas, going into Arkansas, we have dew points well into the 50s. So that's going to be affecting northward throughout the day. Let's take a look at recent satellite. Right now, seeing a lot of clouds right now. But we do have a few breaks in the clouds across portions of northern Iowa going to Missouri. We'll see how that goes, but so anyways, yeah, we're gonna so right now, let's take a look at what the HERS says. Right now, we're gonna take a look at around 20Z. Right now, we have around 40, around a 30 to 40 knot low, probably like a 40 knot low level jet, maybe 45 knot. So not bad. Take a look at those dew points right now. You can see widespread upper 50s, maybe low 60s in some spots. And looking at how strong this low is, 998 millibars. The surface low is really something that we'll have to keep an eye on, as this is one of these setups where along or near the low pressure, it's going to be where probably the greatest supercell and tornadic potential will be, because the strongest low level shear is going to be present there. So anyways, looking at 21Z now, dew points still upper 50s, low 60s, and yeah, 997 millibar low. So it could be, it's probably be more like a 45, 50 knot low level jet. Yeah. So this level is just going to continue to strengthen throughout the day, and let's take a look at how much instability. Yeah, probably around 1,000 joules per kilogram, maybe 1,500 joules per kilogram right there. Again, that's probably where the strongest of the storms. I doubt her does convect a tiny bit, a few small cells, but pretty dry in the low levels though. 71 over 55. Not shear is not too good, or okay. Hodoref could get the job done, but it's not looking the best. But just fast forward to still 997 millibars at 22Z. That's probably gonna be still around 40, 50 knot low level jet. That's gonna continue to strengthen. Fast forward to 23Z, strengthening even more and more, like a 60 knot low level jet now. Let's take a look at what 0Z is showing, where it'll be probably prime time. By then, we'll be still seeing many supercells active over central Iowa that will pose a threat for damaging winds and large hail. Yep. That 65 knot low level jet, maybe 70 knots. We'll take a pinpoint sounding right over eastern Iowa. Type of contamination. But it seemed like further south though, they were talking about how the SPC was talking about how further south going into northern Missouri, there's gonna be some issues with inversions. So we'll have to see. Let's see what the with the I really much assume the her is convecting many supercells. Yep, it is convecting a few supercells across portions of central Iowa. So it's not necessarily surprising, but it's not really representative. So we have the 997 millibar low. That's going to continue to head off to the northeast. We'll be seeing a convective band. Really, this is going to form into a line of thunderstorms going into probably after 0Z, maybe 1Z. That's where we're going to be. But look at 1Z after dark. I assume it's probably going to be still really good. Yep. Still pretty favorable for this, really good for this time of year. Mid to upper 50s, maybe low 60s going into Missouri. I really much doubt there's going to be anything really convecting though down there. Yeah, there's a stout surface cap, so if anything really develops, it's going to be more elevated. I'll just take this over to get over to hour 13. Pretty strong little jet still. We see that band really pretty evident now. Take a look at the head of it. Pretty elevated, it seems. They're really not really entirely decent low level base level lapse rates. Low level just seems to be a tiny bit struggling. Especially with just, I don't think it'll be that bad. We can see it. We can see a sin of around negative 63 joules per kilogram. Little jet continues to strengthen. Widespread 65 knots, maybe even reaching 70 knots over southern Wisconsin. See that low over southern Minnesota now. And if we take a look at what's going on this time with the surface low, 995 millibars. And yeah, we see we have that band right there. A pretty broken line of thunderstorms. You can see that surface trough right there. Along the front, along the boundary. Pretty interesting to say at least. I don't think we're gonna get representative sounding. It's a bit whack. Very whack photograph, but I doubt at this time these storms will have more of a tornado. That's gonna be more of a damaging wind threat. So yeah. Take a look at the 9 recent REP. Let's see what's showing around 12Z. Let's go. It's showing around 0Z tonight. Pretty strong low level jet. Yeah, you can see that low. Oh, a minute. 999 millibars, much tiny bit weaker compared to the her. So you're seeing that big 50 to 60 knot low level jet. Still, that big swath covering much of eastern Iowa, much of Illinois, going into Missouri. Let's see how much is the strength in it. 998 millibars, but let's just take it back to hour 9, where we'll be seeing most of the supercells across portions of Iowa. 999 millibars. Let's take a look at dew points. Loaded real quick. We're not, I guess, because we can't. There we go. Taking a bit longer dew point 60s wrapped around the low. Dew points widespread upper 50s, low 60s. We've even seen this moisture uptrend a tiny bit the last day or so now. But let's take a look at sounding near the. This is north of the surface low again. Photographs don't look too good. I think probably more further away will be a bit better. Or at least not north, directly north. Maybe a bit east of it. Yeah, you can see a tiny bit more looping curvature in the clockwise. And 67 over 60, not bad. Decent amount of dry air though. Doubt that's gonna be much of an issue there. But look at 20 degrees Z. Yeah. And nope. So while we wait, just go sounding right around the surface low. Where we have 63 over 59, bit better. Not as much as you can see in the mid levels. You can see some really good, pretty good lapse rates right there. Tiny bit of near surface inversion, so that's gonna be definitely gonna be a detrimental factor going into today and tonight. And then the 60s tiny bit go away from the RAP after at 0Z. Wouldn't be surprised though if we still see a tiny bit. We're seeing a few stations still show dew points in the 60s, but again after that, something along the front or near the dry line / cold front. So looks pretty okay. Maybe a tiny bit of a near surface inversion as well, so that just limits a lot. So really to recap, we've taken a look at the current REP, really going over OBS, and now take a look at this. Again, we have that slight risk over northern Missouri, much of Iowa, going to Illinois, also southern, extreme southeast, southwestern Wisconsin. 5% wind, 5% wind, 15% hail, 15% tornado. 50%. 5% tornado, 50% wind, 15% hail. And looking at day 2, we do have a this is associated with that second shortwave. Maybe we can get it loaded. Associated with that shortwave right now. That's off the coast. That's in California right now. And that's gonna be for tomorrow. But we do have a marginal risk over in upstate New York. It won't be much of anything. Maybe some isolated damaging winds. And then Texas going into Oklahoma, much of Arkansas, southern Missouri, then going into Tennessee, Kentucky, and Illinois. 5% wind, tornado, 15% wind, 5% hail. And looking at day 3, we have another slight risk going into from the southeast, going up into the West Virginia. Probably gonna be more of a winded tornado day again. 15% probabilistic, and that's really all I have to say. Apart from that's really it, and goodbye. Hello, we're back. Right now we have some convective initiation actually is ongoing right now, as we do right now. We're see probably a few supercells. An arc of supercells is going to be developing throughout the day, And we also have a tornado watch in effect until 8 p.m. tonight. A few tornadoes are likely. Scattered hail up to medium size. Scattered wind gusts up to 65 miles per hour likely. So, anyways, taking a look at 20Z. 10% has been added. 50% hail, and also 30% wind from last has been added. Still have 1,000 millibar surface low. So anyways, gonna 820, 850 millibars right now. We're still seeing little. You can take a look at the satellite first. Actually, we're seeing dry slot punching into Iowa now, as we're seeing some cumulus clouds across portions of Kansas, Missouri, extreme southeastern Nebraska going to southwestern Iowa. This little cloud cover though, across portions of western Iowa, it's going to be moving out of the way, as we still have a strong Louisville jet around 30 to 40 knots, and look at 500 millibars real quick. And we have that low. Yeah, the time of see that trough right now, trough axis over Kansas. That's going to continue to eject off to the north, and that's going to continue to get stronger. So anyways, looking at mixed layer cape, 1,000 joules per kilogram, and looking at 0 to 3 kilometer cape right now, we're seeing around 75 joules per kilogram, but given how much low level shear there is, probably around storm relative velocity around 200 meters cubed per second cubed. We have that good low level instability and good surface vorticity, so we'll be seeing a lot of stretching. So that won't really matter. And we could be seeing tornado threat evolve, more likely will, throughout the afternoon and early evening. Hello, we're back. Right now we have some convective initiation actually is ongoing right now, as we do right now. We're going to see probably a few supercells. Narca supercells is going to be developing throughout the day, and we also have a tornado watch in effect until 8 p.m. tonight. A few tornadoes are likely. Scattered hail up to medium size. Scattered wind gusts up to 65 miles per hour likely. So, anyways, taking a look at 20Z. 10% has been added. 50% hail, and also 30% wind from last has been added. Still have 1,000 millibar surface low. So anyways, gonna 850 millibars right now. We're still seeing little. You can take a look at the satellite first. Actually, we're seeing dry slot punching into Iowa now, as we're seeing some cumulus clouds across portions of Kansas, Missouri, extreme southeastern Nebraska going to southwestern Iowa. This little cloud cover though, across portions of western Iowa, it's going to be moving out of the way, as we still have a strong Louisville jet around 30 to 40 knots, and look at 500 millibars real quick. And we have that low. Yeah, the time of see that trough right now, trough axis over Kansas. That's going to continue to eject off to the north, and that's going to continue to get stronger. So anyways, looking at mixed layer cape, 1,000 joules per kilogram, and looking at 0 to 3 kilometer cape right now, we're seeing around 75 joules per kilogram, but given how much low level shear there is, probably around storm relative velocity around 200 meters cubed per second cubed. We have that good low level instability and good surface vorticity, so we'll be seeing a lot of stretching. So that won't really matter. And we could be seeing tornado threat evolve, more likely will, throughout the afternoon and early evening. We're back actually, and right now, this supercell. This is a really impressive supercell right now. You can take a look at that. Really, really strong inflow. 120 miles per hour, consistently over 100. So this is pretty impressive, and it seems like a tornado is now on the ground as we're speaking, and this is heading right into Corning. So so this is pretty interesting to say the least. But trying to get something loaded, but it seems like a tornado is on the ground. So anyways, that's really all I have to say. So we'll continue to watch this event though. We have some more 21 supercells. Just we have another one. 2 of them actually still, but both of them are expiring. It seems like this one is the most dominant, and probably should be the one is going to but this is going right over Corning. So that's a bit of an issue. So anyways, yeah, that's really all I have to say. If anything bad happens, we'll see what happens. But I was not expecting. It's only 3:42, so we'll be back. Right now, I'll give really a recap what's been going on, because I think I recorded Thunder on the wrong device. But anyways, right now we're seeing large, very large, damaging tornado, and this is continue to head off to the north and east. Barely dodging really the Des Moines metro area, but things don't look that good to say the least. But just so that's really how I can recap it right now. Right now we have this well-defined debris ball, and we have a large tornado right now on the ground. It's been on the ground for the last 45 minutes now. But this is just crazy. But let's just see the up and coming environment for this. We'll see whether or not this has been a pretty steady really in terms of how this environment's been. Right now it's in mixed layer instability of around 1,000 joules per kilogram, and basically take a look at 0 to 1 kilometer shear. Right now I have storm relative helicity around a solid 250 or 300 meters squared per second squared, and we have a pretty strong, around 40 to 45 knot low level jet. That's going to continue to strengthen throughout the next few hours. But mostly take a look at surface observation, 62 over 59 from KGGI, 56 over 56 in IFA, 57 over 54 in ALO. But this is a really intense supercell, and this tornado has been on the ground for quite a long time, and there is not much stopping it from continuing. So it's definitely not the best thing that you'd like to see in the world, but we also have a new tornado watch issued across portions of northern Missouri. We also have a few tornado warnings for the south. Here's one right here. Strong inflow going, very strong inflow going into this. Strong rotation in general, and just further up to the north, we have another tornado warning. Same story. Really strong inflow going into this thing. Strong inbounds, strong outbounds. But this was not what I was expecting for today. We'll see how long this lasts. Right now, it seems like we have around 70, 80 miles per hour going out, and then going in around 59 miles per hour. So damage picks we've seen are just, it's bad. So I'm a bit, it's definitely not the best thing really that was wanted to be had, but can't always be done. So we'll continue to monitor this. We'll be back soon, and yeah. Okay, we're now reaching right now we have a line of stories that are mostly elevated, and now this is the second thunderstorm of the year. This won't be too much at all. Maybe some rain. Maybe we can get some cool lightning out of this. Due to the elevated nature of this, don't think we'll be seeing much in the way of severe weather. So that's good. But right now, I'm basically doing multiple things at once right now. Right now I'm paying attention to tornado. That was on the ground for a long time. A very large wedge tornado. Now here we are. Right after that, now we're onto this. Now we watch those cells still off in Iowa and central Missouri. Those are going to continue to head off to the east. Those will be here probably a good 3 to 4 hours from now. So, 1 minute. Here we go again. Here we are. Starting to rain now. There's a lot of lightning going down there, so it seems like we'll be getting a brief heavy rain for a brief amount of time, but that's really it. Oh, by the way, there's still snow on the ground. I don't know why I need to say that, but... Yeah, the tornado might be still on the ground. It's been on the ground for way too long, and now we're seeing some clearing. I don't know if you can see that. You can see maybe small peeps of some blue skies. We'll be seeing some clearing actually. 30 minutes from now, it might be completely sunny. And if it is, then I guess it won't really matter anyways because we're still going to be. Just what I was saying, it won't matter because we're still gonna see some severe thunderstorms. Maybe some thunderstorms in general, possibly something severe, I mean. So, we'll see you after dark now, I guess. If there's anything else to cover, really, I will be probably see a tiny bit more. This has been a long video, but this is what happens. So, we'll keep an eye. We'll be back in the future. So right now, take a look at, we're going to take a quick look, and then I'll be probably gone for a tiny bit until we get, until tornado watch get expanded to here, or the storm's about to arrive. So, so right now, this supercell, this has been produced another tornado, cycled by now, so, and now it seems to be fading away now. Its rotation seems to be getting a tiny bit worse with time. Look at these other cells, we have more rotation right here. Wait a minute, I can, within these two supercells. And, this one seems to be going away now. And further south, there's still a rotation right there. And even further south, we have more thunderstorms. I have a big line of thunderstorms, in fact. That are producing some damaging winds. So, 6 miles per hour winds, quarter south tail. That's probably extended all the way up and down the line. So, anyways, we'll be back in a few hours. So, goodbye. Never mind, we're back. Right now we have a PDS tornado warning. Right now just issued. We also have the new Storm Prediction Center Outlook issued, and I'm under an interest to weather. Okay, so this is really going to be, I know I've said this a lot of times, but this might be the last one, depending on, again, if something crazy happens. But right now we have 2 tornado warnings still active. This one, a strong rotation, it's a decent rotation right to the north and east of Hedrick. And then we have another tornado warning much further north that is in the path of Garrison and Vinton. Seems like we have some somewhat strong rotation, pretty visible right there. So, yeah. You have that enhanced risk, like I just mentioned last clip. 5% tornado, 30% wind, 55% hail, and 15% hail. And I'm in 5% tornado, 30% wind, 5% hail. So not an ideal situation, but that's what you have to deal with now, I guess. We have a really broad low, still around 1,000 millibars. Then we have quite a surface drop diving down southward along this line. That's where we have that big, quite a QLCS. And we have that still 1,000 joules per kilogram. It makes for instability. And taking a look at mid-level lapse rate, still looking pretty good, around 7 to maybe 8 degrees Celsius per kilometer. Pretty solid still. Take a look at that low-level jet right now, around 40 to 50 knots. If we take a look at the recent Storm Prediction Center Outlook, but it seems like we're seeing negative 20 to negative 24 500 millibar cold wave, and also we have some thunderstorms consolidating really into a broken line of thunderstorms, of course. So we have it seems like we're gonna be seeing 700 millibar winds of 70 to 90 plus knots. So we're also going to be seeing some steepening low-level lapse rates beneath mid-level cooling, moss boundary layer moisture ahead of the squall line, which will keep this. It seems the Storm Prediction Center notes that there's potential to support increasingly widespread downward transport of severe wind gusts to the surface, which isn't good news, but it's still a bit far away from here anyways, so I don't think it's good news at all. But let's just get into the OBS real quick. Let's just get right into the observations. We can take a look at some soundings from Davenport. We're seeing a pretty big moist layer, really. Big moist layer that goes all the way up to 500 millibars. This is probably just because this supports more of an elevated storm mode. But given how instability is going to be increasing, this is from 0Z. And we have a pretty good plume right here along the front, really. And mid-level lapse rates and low-level lapse rates, we shouldn't be seeing much convective inhibition, so we'll be seeing more surface-based storms, which of course is why we've been seeing these tornado warnings. Decent photographs, really, though, and that's going to continue to support, really, maybe embedded supercells to develop, maybe at times, and produce maybe a tornado or two. Storm relative felicity as well, 250 meters squared per second squared, and then near like 370 the 0 to 3 kilometer level meters squared per second squared. So take a look at that's from Davenport. Looking at Lincoln, I see a lot of glitches, but right now we see a tiny bit of a warm nose at around 750, 775 millibars. And then for some reason I think it's a bit glitched because it shows 2,183 storm relative helicity to 0 kilometer and 0 to 3 kilometer storm relative helicity of 1,672. May or may not be a glitch, but okay, good to know. But moving on, let's take a look at what Meso analysis has showed. It's showing right now broad 1,000 millibar low over central Iowa right now. 40 to 50 knot low level jet. Take a look at 750 millibar winds, around 50 knots, tiny bit strong. Yes, around 55 knots. And then looking at like the next 2 hours, actually, we're seeing more widespread wind barbs up to around 70, probably around 60 knots, so pretty strong. And we'll see that low jet strengthen, and in 2 hours from now it's gonna be a 50 to 60 knot low jet. That's very solid, really, and that's probably why the Storm Prediction Center still highlights that, because really easy to really transport down to the surface. Take a look at recent OBS right now across portions of eastern Iowa. 56 over 55 in Cedar Rapids, 61 over 61 in AWG, but I think they've been getting storms, so 64 over 54 in Burlington, 63 over 56, 68 over 52 in Hannibal, Gorin around 63, GBG around 62 over 57, and further northeast into Sterling, 60 over 57, and near the Dubuque area, around 52 over 52. I think that's behind that. So this is really the last main clip really I'm gonna make, and again, we'll see you when it's night, and if anything else happens, that's too bad, I guess, but we'll be back. Okay, so we're back now, and the main line is coming. SVR Thunderstorm warnings lined up, and it looks like the chances of a severe thunderstorm warning here is getting more likely. Pretty windy out there, gusty southerly wind. And right around here, we're seeing some lightning still. We're seeing a fair bit of it. I don't even know where it's from. I think it's from the storm ahead or something else, but I'm seeing a tiny bit of some clouds. It'd be mostly pretty sunny if it wasn't dark. So not really much to say, but pay more attention to what we'll see more clips probably next few hours, or the next 30 minutes, but probably were able to see that. So, the bats are out. You can see something. So, thunderstorm is in the distance. So, we'll be back. So anyways, right now we're taking a look. We now have a severe thunderstorm watch issued here, and on top of that, with a few tornadoes are possible. Isolated hail up to small marble size, and as well as scattered gusts up to 70 miles per hour likely. But now we have a new tornado warning issued for the Quad Cities. We're actually going to go right to it, but probably see the couplet is right here, embedded couplet right there, and that's what prompted this tornado warning. Doubt there's anything on coefficient. No, nothing there. But again, there's some embedded rotation. That's something to keep in mind. So we'll be back really soon. Actually, we're seeing some thunder in the distance, some lightning in the distance, and this is going to be quite an eventful evening, really, as we're just getting started now. So anyways, apart from this really, and we'll be back soon. So anyways, we're back, and this is getting closer. It's around under 20 miles per hour, miles away from here now. I think the main goal, was supposed to get some lightning pictures in, but doing this at night is not really very ideal, especially when focus is a bit garbage since I can't really change the focus on this camera, but there's a bit of a glitch. It says lightning struck not too far, a bit right on top of me, but everything's fine, I guess. We're all realistic, but this is getting really close, and we'll see. Am I gonna get something or am I gonna get nothing? I think I'm gonna get something, at least. At the bare minimum, maybe some thunder. Good thunderstorm, but I don't know. To see, because we're getting close, and we are now basically at a point no return. I hope the camera got that. Don't think it did. It has to be really bright, so we have to wait if we want good lightning pictures until like 5 miles away, and by then I don't even know if it's worth it. So that was just a quick update, and we'll be back. Well, that's some good lightning off looking entirely out west. All we see is lightning. Wild. Now starting to hear thunder. As this is now getting a bit closer, it seemed like saying that I was going to get severe thunderstorm is now dwindling, actually. The line has been weakening ahead of it in the stronger parts. Storm motion really saved it, going more northeast than actually east. So everything seems to be better than previously, and although I'm still gonna bet there's gonna be some gusty winds, but I don't think it's gonna be that bad. So let's sit back. Here's the lightning, as right now we're seeing a tiny bit more activities pop up. And 1 minute, I'm gonna get a measurement of how far it is, so give me like 10 seconds. We're back. It's around 15 miles away. And where we're facing is not getting any lightning. So that's what we're looking in the darkness for a while. So actually, maybe storm motion may not save us. Ooh, we saw that. We see those. I might be quiet for probably the rest of the video, so unless something happens, we'll have to say something, but anyways, we can just enjoy this. Oh, I just missed out on a cloud to ground flash. That sucks. Right when I just look away, we're under 10 miles away. I'm gonna make a big bet. Hopefully this is a bad card. I'm not gonna miss the CG. Refuse to. Guess we're staying with not focused camera, I guess, for the rest of this, so that sucks. I think we're looking at an embedded supercell. There's some broad rotation with it, but tracking this, I think we're staring right into a supercell right now. It's really fun times, but 9:15 p.m. May 5th on a Saturday. This got our first raindrops. And here we go. I think we're gonna miss out on that. That seems Supercell seems to be turning out the world to find info notch. Oh, that's cool. Let's get right into the boat. I'm not gonna speak anymore. Now we're under severe thunderstorm warning for 60 miles per hour winds, penny sized hail. That's it. I'm making a big gamble. Hey. Hey. I don't know if you can see this, but this is bad. I'm a bit contemplating whether or not I'm going to wind gusts are easily going up to 70 miles per hour. Dang. I think it's finally starting to die down. That was bad. That was really bad. Now things seem to be calming down. How bad it was. Dang. Yeah, we got some hail, we got some heavy rain, we got some strong winds. A little bit of everything. And this is the conclusion. Whoa! Woo! Yeah, I stopped recording for like a minute because it was real bad. And so it seems like it's done. But that was just crazy. But as quickly as it came, it ended. So a lot of spider lightning though. So this is the conclusion. If you made it really this far without, I'm surprised. This is a really long video. Well over like an hour and 10 minutes now, and it's coming to this conclusion. Maybe it isn't over. But yeah, that's really it. And goodbye.